Good morning. I'm still at the monastery, even though from the surroundings there's literally no civilization. I decided to take a walk. There was a little path being marked out of the monastery. And while I'm doing this walk, I also had a couple of thoughts about this experience in the monastery that I want to share with you. First thing is about the silence. So the monks who live in the monastery, they practice the rule of silence, and they also encourage those who are guests to try to avoid to speak as little as possible, right? So it's a very calm place, and of course there's not much to do. Maybe there's a little hike, you can walk, you can meditate, you can pray, you can read. Not so much though. And so this will naturally encourage some kind of like introspection, because when the mind doesn't have as much to look out, it will start, directing its own look inwards. And that might be a bit uncomfortable for somebody, right? You sit with your thoughts for a long time, and it's just been one day, so it doesn't really count, but I feel it a little bit. But I want to share this because when I arrived there, when I sat at my desk in my room, there was a little card, and it exactly said that, right? That you might experience this kind of feeling, and this might be a bit uncomfortable, and it's okay. Even though we are in silence, we're all here to support you, so you're in a safe place. And I really like this, Unfortunately, today's society doesn't really give us the time to check out sometimes, and to just sit with our thoughts. If you look at the Camino, this is something that happens on the mesetas, which is a wonderful part of the Camino, which is more solitary. But a lot of people skip that, and I don't understand why, because it's really, the beauty stays into that, right? Some people say you either go crazy or you really love it, and you become a different person. So we have to sometimes force ourselves a little bit, So that's, let's say day 2, right? If day 1 was yesterday, here at the monastery. Let's see how things go, and let's see what the effect of this experience is going to be. And the other reflection that I have from just taking this little walk and being a little bit in the monastery that you can see down there with the lake is it's just a fact, but there's a lot of these retreats that are very popular now, and they cost hundreds of euros, and you cannot talk, and you're gonna do some meditation. And it's all nice. I mean, some people make a good living out of it, and a lot of people get benefit from it. And it's all, kind of coming from an Asian perspective. And I think it's okay, but I just think sometimes we are a little bit, just fancy the new and overestimate what we already have here. Because this kind of experience, whether it's with monks, whether it's with nuns, offers you already a lot. It's exactly the same. Even if you're not a believer, the rhythm of the prayers, the fact that they pray and chant in Latin, so most of the people will not understand, but it becomes really like a mantra, and it empties your brain. And well, if that's not meditation, then I don't know what that is, right? I mean, that's a common thing in our religions in the world. Monks are a common form of, living the religion, which is found amongst different cultures. So again, what we have here is pretty unique, and the place where I am is wonderful. Later I will take a little bit of a tour, and I will try to learn a bit of the history of this monastery, but I can see, from the size of its walls, from the little church, a Romanesque style, this place has hundreds of years of history. And you can feel the history when you're walking inside. So yeah, just keep this in mind, that sometimes you don't need to go that far to find that silence and that quiet space. So I finally made it to the end of the little walk today, and I found this little fountain, you know, and I've been sitting here thinking about, okay, should I say a couple of words on the camera? And my words are, you know, I think I start appreciating already the silence, because I've just been really sitting here 5 minutes and just enjoying the sound of the water, the sound of the wind. It's quite windy here, actually. Now you can see it, you can feel it again, maybe a little bit. And yeah, just simply enjoying nature, right? So I think that's the gift of like taking a little bit of a break, you know. Sometimes you really go back to the simple things and you're able to enjoy them. And by enjoying them, you feel better. So if you have time today, go for a walk in a park, go for a walk somewhere outside of the city, somewhere outside of the noise, and try to feel something like that. And you will probably come back home recharged.